a shovel in her hand, she roams the universe, exploring every land, no map, no reverse. Oh, dig a 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck. Riding waves of stars through the cosmic sea, finding who we are in the galaxy. She's got questions to ask and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky. Oh, dig a 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck. Riding waves of stars through the cosmic sea, finding who we are in the galaxy. She's got questions to ask and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky. Oh, dig a 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck.
Because, you know. Hello, good morning. How's it going? My goodness, it's been so hot and sunshiny. I've been threatening to hook the air conditioner up for the summertime. But every time I figure, okay, tomorrow morning I'm going to get up and first thing I'm going to do is set up the aircon. I get up and it's raining. Like raining, which is great news for the garden and all the things that I planted, as long as the creek river thing doesn't overflow. Crossing fingers. That only happens once every 7-ish years, roughly. Hello, AP. How you doing? Yeah, so hopefully I don't have to worry about it flooding because I've got everything in there, and everything that was planted as a plant has stayed where I put it, which is great. The seeds, however, have been dug through a few times. So the seed section of my garden is once again a food lottery. I will not be sure where everything is until they start actually coming up. So instead of having, peas and carrots and such in nice lines and with their tags and everything, so I know where everything is, the tags are still there, but the seeds are all over. So it's going to be fun doing that section of the garden this year because, but hey, let the little raccoonies have fun, right? Let them play. And the rain means I can actually wear a sweater and leave the door open. I don't think I'm overly glowing. When it's sunshiny, it's impossible. You can't see me. But because it's raining, I think I can get away with it. You guys know I'm pale as I'll get out anyway. It's been in the damn 50s here, and I can't stand it, says AP. Howdy, Boosh. Good to see you. And hello, Lexi. How you doing? I need to do the math. Because your freedom units are confusing to me. Okay. Oh, okay. That's weird. Good to know. Sorry. Text from a neighbor. She's doing me a favor. I was doing freedom units. So 30 Celsius to Fahrenheit is 86. So I think it was like 80.6 yesterday in your freedom units. And it'll be roughly 86 degrees by tomorrow. Did it say? Oh yeah, we'll be up to 86 of your freedom units by tomorrow. And it's going to be nice and hot all summer or all weekend long. So yay. That being said, it's raining right now, so I don't need to do the watering tonight. Woohoo! I don't know if I mentioned it on air, but I get to finally test a theory. It's something I've learned, when I was a kid in a book that I read. Um, it might have even been "Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret," a Judy Blume book, but it was during that era that I was reading all her books. So 10 communism units here. No, it's 30 communist units. Actually, that fits, AP. Communist. Yes. Celsius. I mean, to me, Celsius makes sense. 0 degrees is the line whereon it's either water or ice. So for me, Celsius makes sense. But yeah. So Peggy, hello. Rain, hot, muggy in New Orleans. Ah, the 90 Fahrenheit, hotter than hell. Okay. So 30 is 86. So oof, 90. Yeah. 90 with hot, muggy rain. Oof. Yeah. See, I would love to see New Orleans. I could never live there. It is very much like the coast. The coast doesn't get quite that hot. Um, the coast roughly 68 degrees because it's like 20. I'm using your thing there, Boosh. Thank you. Um, 20 Celsius is 68. So the coast is roughly 20, 25 degrees in the summer Celsius. Um, and up here where I live now, it's average of 30 degrees Celsius. That's our average summer heat. Um, Hello, No Fucks. Good to see you. 0 to 100 is easier, but it is far less specific. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. See, I just like it. 0 is the exact line between ice and water. So anything minus is going to be ice. Anything plus is water. So that works in my brain. numbers dance on the page. They like to do tricks and switch spots and that sort of thing. Play frog leap. So numbers aren't reliable for me. Something that I can picture like that, ice or water, I can figure that out. Hello, Eileen. How you doing? Peggy saying, "Come in the winter. Most visitors can take the heat." Okay, I never thought about traveling in the winter. Traveling there in the winter. Okay, that makes sense because I love the history of your town. It's the architecture and everything. Phenomenal city. I would love to come and visit. But yeah, the heat and more importantly the humidity just messes with me big time. Um see, we're teaching me about more numbers. 50 Fahrenheit is 10 Celsius. I need the heat so my body moves better. I've had the damn furnace on since the temp is fluctuating 30 to 50 degrees here. Yeah. Yeah, I do better. Warmer is better for me. I know with Johnny, warmer is better to a certain point, but there is too hot. So yeah, I can take as hot as it wants to be. Heat is not the problem. It's the humidity for me. Um, so bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Flip and bake at 345 degrees Fahrenheit. You can't really do that with Celsius. Oh, okay. Try to lower an oven by, you're right. You can't really do that. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So yes, your freedom numbers, your freedom fractions, that does work when baking. I understand what you're saying. I never thought of it from a baking perspective. So we can share. We can do like we do over here and we just use both because that's what we do over here. My oven's Fahrenheit. uh, yeah, numbers. Also, there's the freedom. Well, there's that too. You're right. The freedom is a large part of it. Um, it's really debatable right now who's who's in a better position, Canada or America? We're equally hooped on so many things. Um, only wear natural fiber clothes in New Orleans. Okay. Yeah. I prefer natural fiber anyways. When my skin gets uber sensitive, um, cotton, like actual 100% cotton is really nice, or bamboo if you can get it. Really, really nice. Um, and you're right, Boosh. Okay. Fahrenheit is more precise. Yeah, the metric's easier. You just never learned it. Yeah. It's the same with like you guys drive in miles and we drive in kilometers. It's close but not quite. It's just enough to be difficult for me to keep track of. I think 50 kilometers an hour is 30 miles an hour. I believe that's it. And then you go from there. But yeah, any car I've ever owned has both on it, so I don't have to do the math. That's how I know that 50 clicks is roughly 30 miles, because I've memorized it. I've looked at it on the dash so many times. uh, well, before we get started and go too much into it, I do want to post this GoFundMe. Um, if you don't have extra funds, you don't, and that's fine. I appreciate if you could just share it, or if you're that type of person, prayers are also much appreciated. um, Johnny, my co-host in the mornings on his show, or I guess I'm his co-host because it's his show. He has MS. It's not, well, we all know AP. We know what AP goes through. Um, Johnny is living in a basement suite, and he's wheelchair bound, or basically real wheelchair bound at this point. And living in a basement suite, he has to use stairs to get in or out of his house, which is damn near impossible. He had to go to hospital last week and spend the week in the hospital because of a severe infection in one of his legs. But the ambulance folks had a heck of a time getting him up to the ambulance, because again, he can't walk and it's tight stairs to go down to the basement. So he really needs help moving to a place that's wheelchair accessible. It's kind of got a shorter time limit. He needs to be out by September. And so if there's anything you can do, a buck or two that you can afford to chuck his way for his GoFundMe, it would be really appreciated. Or like I said, if you don't have the extra cash, prayers, just sharing the GoFundMe anywhere you can would be much appreciated. He really needs the help right now. He's got to get out of that basement. um, oh, that's cool, AP. So yeah, it's if you have any spare coinage, we'd really appreciate it. And again, now we're getting into grams. I only know my grams and ounces and stuff because of pot. I've got to be honest. I only know how many ounces are in a quarter and whatnot because of my pot. AP is saying I just hit OK twice on the steering wheel and it switches to kilometers per hour from miles per hour. Okay, that's cool. Ours is just painted on both, or at least I only ever drove older cars, so I've never had a car. Yeah, I don't think I've ever driven a car anything later than like 2015 or 2017 if I've borrowed like the neighbor's car or something. But yeah, I'm used to the old cars back when I could afford a car, and it was just painted. No one wants to say a quart out loud. A quart is literally from quarter. It's a quarter of a gallon. Yes. Yes. It's a quart is better than a quark, I think. A quart sounds normal, but a quark uh is a weird word for me. I said I didn't know what an ounce means. I know what quart means, quarter. I said no one wants to say it out loud. Quart? Well, again, quart I can say out loud. It's the other one that gets me. AP. Yes, but you've got ties to the vehicle industry. He's bragging. All the cars I've paid for have a digital speedometer. Well, no, no, no. Pooh on you. I'm not that lucky. I think the youngest car I ever owned was, I think it was, no, it wouldn't have, it might have been a 2004, maybe. I'm thinking more likely it was a 98 or 99. Um, yeah, no, I haven't owned any new cars. Quarks can be fun, but quark is a weird word for me to say. Um, it's the QW followed by the RK. It quark. It just it's a funny word in my mouth. But they are very interesting. Yes, ounce derives from inch. I didn't know that. Interesting. Inch. We all need to switch to metric. Another dumb measurement. Well, if we could all just agree on one, just in general, I don't even really care which one. Just pick one and I will memorize it and I'll be done. But I've got all these tricks and tips that I've learned over the years, so that I know my stuff, like my ounces and my gallons and that sort of thing. And then I've got to learn you guys's new set. I say, why? Why do I need it? Why do I need to learn this stuff? Can't you just get along with the rest of the world? You're the ones that are kind of different from everyone else. Quark, 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 quark. Ooh, I did it. Say toy truck 5 times fast. I'm waiting for you guys to all work it through in your head. Toy truck. Very, very hard. Also, toy train is a fun one. 5 times fast. Island saying, except an inch is roughly the length of your last thumb knuckle. Okay. Metric is mathematically derived. English measurements are practically derived to be able to measure with the body. Yes, I know. You did it, Lexi. Right on. I know from my baking experience, from the tip of my pinky to the tip of my thumb is roughly 9 inches. So I know when I'm looking at a pie pan, a pie tray, or a bread loaf pan, I know roughly what size it is. AP says I use metric when shooting because math is faster for shooting in milliradians than minute of an angle. Okay. Milliradians, good lord. Like that butthole from Arbitrary. Physics and engineering are exact. Yeah, not quite, eh? The guy who said Alexis can go to space. Oh, gotta go mess with your focaccia bread. Oh, nice. I haven't had homemade focaccia bread in ages. Ages. I baked my neighbors and I tend to get together, roughly weekly, and hang out, do dinner, that sort of thing. I did dinner last week. I cooked chicken and I baked a bunch of banana bread. I meant to just bake a loaf of banana bread, but I wasn't paying attention and I doubled up on one ingredient, and it was, I can't remember which of the dry ingredients it was, but it was dry. So it would have already gone into the flour and you can't take it out. So I just had to go back and double everything else. Right. So I ended up taking some banana bread over to the neighbors as well. Went over really well, thankfully, because I can't eat that much banana bread all of my well, I can, but I shouldn't eat that much banana bread. And the garden is in the ground. The veg looks happy. I've already got buds started on my bell peppers, and the zucchini is going to be fabulous. So I'll be living off of zucchini bread for the next multiple months. So I really shouldn't be eating all of the banana bread. It's nice to be able to take that over and share it out too. Looking at pans, sure really looking at pans, I mean it. That's 9 inches. That's how I know if I've got the right, pie tray or not. No walnuts in my banana bread, no. I don't use nuts, when I'm baking because I don't bake often enough, and I'm afraid that the nuts will go off, and I won't know that they've gone off, and then I'll bake with them, and I'll poison myself or someone else. I don't know why, but it's a weird paranoia. So, I just make banana bread. It's a banana and it's the bread, and you smush it together, and it's really good. I do put raisins in carrot cake because I don't think a carrot cake is a carrot cake without raisins, but I don't put nuts in that either. Zucchini bread with pecans is your favorite. Ooh, I've never had zucchini bread with pecans in it. Ooh, that would be good. Yeah, go off and spoil. Yeah. They do that, nuts. They can do that, and they can make you really, really sick. Um, I yeah, I read about it in one book or another back in the day. That's a fact that stuck in my head. I don't ever want to accidentally have baked something with nuts that have gone off and poison a bunch of folks. This is not what I'm about. Least of all myself. I mean, I've got enough stomach issues to contend with. I don't need to accidentally poison myself with bad nuts. So, bad nuts. Ugh. Exactly. No bad nuts allowed. There are no bad nuts. uh, Anyways, I'm supposed to be reading to you guys. We're still reading Prepare. We're on like 189 of 264 pages. So we're getting there really quick. Lexi had made a good suggestion on a book. I have to look at that today. I have to remember to look at that today. Okay. Keep nuts in my crisper drawer. Keeps the oils from going rancid. Okay. The two cakes that need walnuts, you don't use walnuts. You don't need walnuts in carrot cake and banana bread. Do not. Silly. You need walnuts in other things. Or like pecan pie isn't a pie without the pecans, right? But no, I'm just if I baked on the regular, or ate them, used them regularly, that'd be one thing. But they'd sit there for months and months and months, or longer, honestly, between bouts of my baking. You can pan dry them. I guess I could. Boosh is being a smartass. He's saying, hang on, I need half an ounce of this Italian spice mix. Let's see your thumb real quick. Well, you're not far off, but it's not necessarily wrong either. You know, this really is roughly 9 inches. It's always worked for me. It was something that my mom taught me. I think her mom taught her, and it works. And this I can remember a lot easier than I can remember what like 9.5, what a 9 by whatever pie pan looks like. I can do this. If I'm just looking at the pan, how am I supposed to know if it's not on the pan? And unfortunately, I've got some that don't have the freaking sizes on them. Pain in the ass. But But yeah, if you don't know what size that pan is, are you going to go find your measuring tape? There you go, Boosh. Okay, I've agitated the dough and digger. Today is a good day. There you go. I don't know. I just know it works. I know it works. Yes, baking does need to be fairly exact. Yeah. Your pinky thumb spread is 7 inches. You've got small hands. I've got big man hands. I do. I got big man hands and big man feet. If I had been born the boy my mom wanted, I would have been hung like a horse because my hands and feet are huge. Unfortunately, I'm a girl and it doesn't really mean much of anything. But yeah, either way, yes, Boosh has sidetracked me. We've all had fun with measurements. But I will let me do this first, in case. I mean, I know I dropped the GoFundMe. I'll do that. I'll put that ticker on the bottom and then oh no, I don't want to put anyone in timeout. I just want to do this. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. There, I'll pin that one. And pin it there. Oh, it didn't go over there. Well, fine. Be like that. Now it went over there. For some reason, StreamYard didn't want to drop it in the Rumble chat this time. I thought it used to do that, but there we go. And then I can pin that there. And then I'm going to actually read this book because we're very close to being at the end of it. Like I was saying, Lexi had mentioned a good book just the other day. I've got a few suggestions from other folks as well. It kind of depends on which book I get my hands on first. I'd also like to know if I am going to get in trouble if I were to read like a Heinlein book, because he was my favorite author, sci-fi author, back in the day, and especially in view of the way AI and robotics and stuff are going. I think it would be really cool to bring out some of the old sci-fi books and look at what they predicted and what has really happened, and see what we can learn from it and stuff. Fun fact, shoe sizes, even in metric, are still calculated based on the length of a barley corn. Interesting. You know what? I need to come up with, oh, I hope no fucks. No fucks, plug your ears. La la la. Don't read the comment. We're doing a game night. We're going to try doing a game night on Saturday on Rumble. I believe it's on No Fucks channel, No Fucks Given on Rumble. I'll post about it when I know for sure. But we're going to do game night, and we're each supposed to come up with 5 trivia questions for the rest of them. So, shoe sizes accumulated with oops. Yeah. That I'm sure I can come up with an interesting trivia question with regards to barley corn and shoe size. And that's totally obscure. Where have we gone? I love baking, just can't anymore. Can't have anything you bake anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Thank goodness gluten doesn't bother me. It's the whole wheat that bothers me. The more processed the wheat is, the better for me. I make there's a really awesome recipe that I got from my Auntie Louise. Who? Oh shoot, now I can't remember which auntie. One of my aunties um, gave me this wonderful recipe for gluten patties because Seventh Day Adventists are vegetarian. Um, so they know a lot about uh, alternative meat sources, or replacement stuff. And this gluten patty recipe is so good and it's so tasty. And I could eat like 4 or 5 or 6 patties all in one sitting. I won't, but I could because they're so freaking tasty and they don't bother me at all. But if you give me like whole wheat bread to eat, I'm gonna be hooped. My stomach is gonna be upset. I'm gonna be arguing with the toilet for a while. It's yeah, it's not pretty. So when everyone's having this gluten issue, intolerance, it weirded me out because I'm so not that way. I'm the opposite. Yeah, if you're gonna buy alternative flours, make sure you it's worth spending the money to get the higher quality. Yes, I measure in my sizes in the hang loose. Yeah, I'm totally gonna use that barley cone thing for trivia. Hello, Memento Mori. How you doing? Heinlein was always one of your favorite authors as well. Yeah, I loved Heinlein. I figure Elon Musk definitely grew up reading Heinlein as well. Even before he named his AI Grok. I figured he was a Heinlein fan. Just his love of space and the idea of space travel, his intention to colonize Mars. Uh, these things are all things that were discussed and done in Heinlein books. The idea of basically like an elevator or an escalator to the moon, where there'd be like your first moon base from which you could launch off to all the other planets that are going to be colonized. Um, it just yeah, the way Elon goes about his space dreams and the things he's trying to attain to. Yeah, he definitely read Heinlein. Definitely. I know it looked wrong, but no point in rephrasing it. Use Eileen's barley corn thing for trivia. Yeah, that sounds bad, but I know what you mean. Napi's saying that it's the sugar for him. Okay, the gluten doesn't bother him, it's the sugar. I'm trying to cut back on sugar. Trying slowly. I'm quitting smoking for Pete's sakes. I'm actually I am almost 30 days no smoke. Uh was that 23? So I can color in. This is day 25 with no smoke, but I've done 24 whole days without cigarettes. That's freaking amazing. Oh my goodness. This thing works. This is my obligatory no, do it upside right if you're going to do it. Boom. If you're wanting to quit smoking, boom, it's freaking brilliant. It's lovely. It's got weight to it. It's got the wood and the metal. It's got the rubber bit to put on the end. So if you're like a pen chewer, something like that, you can chew on this without harming your teeth, which is really nice. You're not inhaling. There's no electricity, like no batteries, no nothing. You're not inhaling any vapor or mist. All you're inhaling is flavor, and it's natural flavorings put on a round cotton core that you just pop in there. Um, if you look at the end here, you can see there's a dial. So it clicks, you can hear it and you can feel it. So that's very satisfying. But more importantly, the larger the hole, the more air goes through. So if you prefer a harder draw, you can small it up. It really does work. There have been times when I've gone out to the deck for my smoke, only instead of the smoke, I'm using my fume now. Um, it's awesome. It's it's really freaking cool. I never thought I'd quit smoking. So, yeah, day 24, working on am I on? Yeah, working on day 25 today, but I've done 24 whole days, no cigarettes. Thank you, Foom. You rock. And someday I'm going to edit all of this. Someday soon, I will find all of these little excerpts that I've done and I'll put them together and send them off with my filled in 30-day dial. But yeah, I'm trying to cut back on the sugar one thing at a time. I'm trying to use less in my coffee and that sort of thing. I made a batch of cream cheese icing when I made the banana bread, and I've been slowly using that because I know that I've got to cut out a lot of sugar, and I know that cream cheese icing, well, it's homemade, so I know what goes into it, and it's basically cream cheese and icing sugar. A little bit of vanilla. There's really and some butter. It's there's not a whole lot other than sugar. So yeah, I've got to get rid of that. So I made a little batch that I've been working on. It's almost gone too. Um, the Foom has gotten rid of the cigarettes. Worked like a hot damn. So yeah, I'm getting there. It's weird. I've cut out cigarettes. I'm cutting back sugar. I'm drinking more water, and now I'm like whole body swelling. It's not it's not quite as bad. Um, yeah, my hands aren't quite as bad. I could maybe put my rings on, maybe. But yeah, just the whole body swelling and it hurts. Um, even though I'm healthier now than I was for the last, 25 odd years. I've been healthier this last month. Maybe it's just because I'm flushing everything out. But yeah. Oh, AP, that sucks. You're kind of like Heinz 57, right? He's saying he's Irish, Scottish, German, Welsh, and a bit Polish. Got some Blackfoot and French. All the cultures that know their way around a potato, and you can't have potatoes anymore. Why no potatoes? I've not heard of that. Is that because of the potassium or something? I've not heard of not being able to eat potato. Yeah, I'd be hooped. Potatoes are core staple. Thank you, Boosh. Thank you, Memento Mori. Um, oh, Memento Mori quit 15 years ago, and it was the hardest thing you ever done. Harder than giving up alcohol. Yeah, yeah. Giving up cigarettes is harder than me giving up hard drugs. And I managed to do all that, and it still took me another what? Oh, more than a decade to get to this point where I could leave the cigarettes behind. Um, but yeah, yay. I'm getting there. Hello, Rusty. Hello, JK Buck. How you doing? Starch and carbs. Oh, it might be the starch and carbs. I was thinking allulose or monk fruit to replace the sugar. They use honey or maple syrup. Yeah, I want to get some more honey. I'm almost out. We've got um like a apiary just up the way a little ways, but they've got the best products. um they've got a mosquito bite treatment that they you pick up a new one every year, and for some reason it works better because it's using the same pollens um that the local mosquitoes are being put against or something. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not the scientist. All I know is that they've got a thing, and because it's made the mosquito bite treatment, because it's made using local bees products, it works better than just your normal, you know, mosquito bite treatment. And it does. It works like hot damn. So I don't need to understand the science behind it. It works. Monk fruit. Yeah, I've heard about monk fruit. I don't know that I've actually had monk fruit. in my life. Where's Dave 25? I don't know where Dave 25 is. I'm sorry, Dave. Dave's not here, man. And starch is a big no-no for MS folk. Okay. Did not know that. Amish honey is great, but holy shit, is it expensive? Yes. Yes. Local honey from the local apiary is definitely expensive. But here I can actually do. Yes. Oh, come here. Yes, I take royal jelly capsules. Yeah, so it works for a lot of different things. I take it to what am I taking it for? Not the depression. I think it's something to do with the PCOS symptoms. But royal jelly, it's lovely, and I know that I've felt better since I started taking it. And again, because it's a local honey, it helps, yeah, boost the immune system. Anyways, because it's the local bees with the allergens and the pollens from here. Toxorhinite, Toxorhinchides, the elephant mosquito. They pollinate, don't suck blood, and kill items. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Are you talking about yeah, we just call them the mosquito eaters. They're big. Instead of asking you, I should just look it up, shouldn't I? Tox. Oh, no, not Z. Toxo. There we go. Yes. Yeah, we just call them mosquito eaters. Toxorhinite, rhynchites, rutilus. Interesting. Yeah, we call those mosquito eaters, and they're fun. I let them in the house. They're allowed. Well, I don't let them in, but if they make it in, I don't kick them out. Toxorhinchides. Okay. Toxorhinchides. Okay. Are they Greek mosquitoes? Oh, those are crane flies, a different animal. Okay. So I want that without the rutilus. Okay. Okay. Interesting. There's so many cool bugs out there that do such interesting things. I don't mind bugs. The only thing that really gets me are earwigs. I can't stand earwigs. They're all over the place here where I live. When I was a little girl, I was told that they'll crawl into your ear and eat away from your ear into your brain and eat your brain and kill you. I was told that as like a wee little girl, like less than 3, like under 3 for sure. And it stuck with me, and they're everywhere. They're freaking everywhere. I just can't stand them. The rest of the bugs out there, I'm okay. I don't even mind where I live within 2 feet of me. There's always going to be a black widow and a wolf spider, which reminds me, I need to take a picture of them when they come out. We had an argument as to whether or not wolf spiders are actually in BC. I say they're or not wolf spiders, sorry. Crap. Brown recluse. Brown recluse spiders. They that's what we've always called them, are brown recluse. And they're dangerous AF. If you get bit by one, you got to go to the hospital like ASAP. But according to the internet, brown recluse don't exist in BC. So I've got to take a picture of what I know of as a brown recluse. For was it UAP? You and Brian? I can't remember who it was. I know Brian was involved. I think it might have been UAP, but either which way, I've got to take pictures so we can find out what it is that we really have. Skeeter hawks. Skeeter eaters. Yeah. Yeah. From the window to the wall. Yeah. My cats love to chase the bugs, and the mosquito eaters are the only ones that they really have a lot of chance of catching. Okay. Yeah, JKD buck, right? I know a guy who got bit by a brown recluse, didn't get it taken care of quickly, lost his leg below his knee. Yep. Yeah, they're dangerous animals or insects. And there's always a brown recluse and a black widow within 2 feet of me where I live. It's just they're that prevalent. They're always everywhere. I've got my front door. There's a wooden stoop that's hollow, and I've got last year I had a black widow on one side, and I had a brown recluse on the other side. And between the two of them, they kept all the bugs from going inside the house. It was lovely. I didn't mind them at all. It's when they come into the house at that point, then it's war. But as long as the insects stay out of the house, we're okay. The spiders bite me regularly every spring when they come out. I get eaten alive. I'm sorry, I'm gesticulating at my chest because that's where they tend to get me. My chest, side of my face, and then up in here. Spiders are mean, but I don't see them, so I can't stop them. So I just live with them. Oops. Oh yeah, no AP. I know we weren't arguing about it. We were having a discussion about whether or not it was a brown recluse. We definitely have wolf spiders too, but wolf spiders are different from wolf spiders, as I know them, as interacted with them, are different from the things that I'm calling a brown recluse. The recluse is called the fiddleback. Okay, interesting. Yeah, no, well, there's a lot of wolf spiders on the coast. A ton of wolf spiders on the coast. We saw one. Its shadow was being cast along the floor because we were watching a movie in a dark room, and the light from the TV cast a shadow, and it was so big. So my buddy got a mason jar and flipped it upside down and trapped the wolf spider under that mason jar so that he could deal with it once the movie was over. So we all went back and finished watching the movie. When we were done, he went to go and get rid of the wolf spider. The mason jar was knocked over and it was long gone. Wolf spiders are huge and strong, but they're benign. They're like harmless. A few years ago, I had a wolf spider that bolt at me across the patio. Splat went my flip flop, and then the thousands of babies on her back that survived started crawling on my foot. Yeah. I hate that. I've seen that too. Yeah. See the thing running away and you smack it, but then it just explodes and all the babies go everywhere. Ugh. Yeah. Do not like that at all. Not at all. Oh my goodness. Anyways, yes, we can get rid of I will get rid of the buggies. We've been going for 50 minutes now and I haven't read one word. AP is saying, I was saying fiddlebacks are more prevalent in distribution. The brown recluse, not so much. They look similar. if it is that sweet spiders are amazing. Yeah, they're super cool. And yeah, my old neighbor um Bill got bit by one. And same thing. He got bit by one and he was just and his wife came home from work shortly after he was bit by one and she made him go up to the hospital. She wouldn't let him just push it off and he's so lucky that he did because yeah, brown recluse a bite from a brown recluse can be deadly. You can't ignore it. But I like I said, I'm if they don't mess with me, I won't mess with them. And we have a pretty good agreement because the spiders that live at my doorstep keep the earwigs out of the house. So that's what I want. No earwigs. I don't mind if the spiders eat me as I sleep. I just don't want the earwigs crawling in my ear. Mm-hmm. Necrosis venom. Did you know? And there's another trivia fact. Um, the deadliest spider uh, venom to humans is actually a daddy long legs, but they just don't have enough venom in their bite to affect us. But if we had the right, yeah, something along the, I'm just gonna go daddy long legs. Legs. Oops. Poison. Yeah, I'll look that up to get it exactly. But I'm fairly certain that they're actually more deadly to us. It's just that we don't get enough of the venom or something like that. Oh, and earwigs are called earwigs because they're earwings. Oh, no, 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 no. Earwigs and earwings are different because earwigs don't have wings. They do not fly. Island says, I've been bitten by a brown recluse and I survived. Boosh saying they amputated Island's head. Oh wow. That is wild. She was bitten on the knee. Hmm. Oh, that's what it is. Daddy long legs, they can't bite us because their fangs aren't big enough to puncture the skin. Okay. I knew there's something, but they're actually their venom is actually pretty deadly. Um, but yeah, it's oh yeah, I was gonna because ear wings, I don't know what an ear wing is, but an ear wig does not fly. Let's go images. Yeah. Ooh. Ugh. And the very first thing up there is earwig and human ear. And then there's the debate on whether they sting or they bite. It feels like an electrical shock when they get me. I don't know whether they're stinging me or biting me, but it feels like an electrical zap. It's not good. Not good at all. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. I wish we could just like firebomb them all and get rid of them forever and ever. Amen. Because yes. Oh, you're gonna make me add it? Okay, it did do it on its own. Those are earwigs. They do not fly. They do like the dark, cool, dark places. Um, they're uber gross. They're yeah. And when I was like little, very teeny tiny, well, that's not an earwig. That's an earwig in that corner, but ah, yeah, they're everywhere. They're all over the place where I live, and they're just awful. And we've got some of the red or brown ones. I don't know. They say this one's that's the Australian Museum. Okay, yeah, we've got some that are red or brown, but they're mostly more dark like this. They like the cool dark. They where there's one, there's a billion of them, and they just flow out from teeny tiny little crevices, and they don't stop, and they're everywhere, and they're just Oh my gosh, I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Ugh. So the big, bad, mean, dangerous spiders like brown recluses and black widows, I love them because they keep these nasty things out. These things are relatively harmless. Um, I don't even. I will just because we're here. Let's do this. Oh no, no, no! Oh gosh, no, no! Oh, oh, oh! That's got to be AI. I don't like that. Okay. Oh, because I'm still on pictures. That's why. Oh no. No wonder. Oh, I'm grossing my. See, now I'm giving myself nightmare fuel for tonight. Oh, that's horrible. Myths suggesting that it crawls into human ears while people sleep. There you go. They don't actually crawl into ears or lay eggs. While they can climb into ears, they do not live there or feed on the brain. So yeah, that's what I was taught when or told when I was little. Um, was that that's exactly what they do. They live to find an ear to crawl into so that they can start burrowing their way into the brain. Um, and that stuck with me. The little girl, it stuck with me to this day. I cannot handle it. Um, yeah. They're saying do your wigs bite? Short answer is no. That's what people like to say, but you get a zap feeling like I said, I've had an electrical shock and it's like an electrical shock. It's not strong, but you notice it, you feel it. I don't know whether they're biting or stinging you or what, but whatever it is, they're awful. Awful, awful things. And they are nightmare fuel. Your wigs have wings? Okay, that's what I thought. Earwing should be earwig, but earwigs don't fly. Good lord. Don't. I'm looking at it. Damn it, AP. I gotta find out. I've never seen one fly. I've never seen what? They can fly, but not all of them do. They possess wings, but most earwigs are weak flyers and prefer to crawl rather than take to the air. I've never seen wings. Oh, AP, damn you. We're supposed to be friends here. Oh no. Yeah, they hide out during the day. Yeah, I only see them when I'm digging. Oh, gross. Well, damn you, AP. That's awful. Now I know that they can fly. It's a whole new mess. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. All right. Well, we need to do some reading here, kids. We really do. Um gotta read a bit here. They get their name from the shape of their wings. Okay, you see, that's what I read that. That's what I read. You saying that they get it from the shape of their wings look like an ear. But I didn't. I thought that's what made me think that maybe ear wings were different from ear wigs because I've never seen an ear wig fly. I've never even seen them with wings. That's it's a whole new thing for me. Oh, thank you for sending me a picture on Discord. Thank you so much, AP. Hello, Bill Clinton. How are you, sir? It's been a minute. Mm. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. Let's read a little bit here. Because I'm supposed to be talking to chat tonight. Not right now. um 12. So exactly 4 hours from now, I will be back here talking with you guys and we can continue this lovely discussion on earwigs and stuff. Oh, Peggy's got to go to the doctor. Okay, you be well, Peggy. Have a good one. I've got to open this Discord thing because I can't not. Um, this is the one that I want. We need to close that, and we need to look at Discord. Oh, yep, there it is. Took a minute. Oh, interesting. Oh, they do kind of look like ears, don't they? Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen them spread their wings before. I would have been happy to not know that ever again. You know. Indeed, I did have relations with Miss Lewinsky, but eatin' ain't cheatin', right, fellas? Well, thank you, Bill. I try to be an elegant. I can't say that with a straight face. I'm sorry, but cheers. It's so funny how many people of a certain age will never understand what's really going on in that photo of Bill sitting at the desk in the Oval Office. It's it's fun letting youngsters in on the secret, and they don't believe you, so they have to go look it up because, of course, it can't be true. It's so wild that it can't possibly be true, but it. Of course, I fool around. Have you seen the reptilian overlord I chose as a wife? Right, right. And she's got that Laurentian, the elite Laurentian blood. So she's okay, why aren't you letting me do this? My screen isn't. Oh no. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, my computer's wanting to do silly buggers now. Shoot. Yeah, I said we were at 189. Yes, okay. That works. So, can I make it bigger this way? Yes. Thank you. Oh boy, that was I thought I'd screwed everything up. Boosh McFadden. How many people are in this photo? And shows the Bill behind the desk photo. Jiggity buck. Saying to Bill, I wasn't old enough to vote for you, but I'd vote for you. Can you send Digger tickets to your museum? Oh, Bill Clinton Museum. Wouldn't have that photo if FDR didn't add that stupid wood panel in the center. Oh, oh, interesting. That's a neat piece of information. Okay. I didn't realize that it was an FDR hidden camera place that caused that picture to be taken or allowed it to be taken. That's cool. Jiggity Buck saying, maybe President Clinton will give me a private tour of his museum. Maybe. That would be interesting as long as he doesn't offer to take me to the submarine races. I think I'll be okay. Oh, I see what you mean. It wasn't a hidden panel to hide the camera. They put the panel of wood. Oh, you're talking about the panel of wood on the desk. Okay. I was thinking it was like a hidden panel across from the desk that could camera could be hidden behind. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. You needed to have the wood panel put into the desk so that you wouldn't see the legs when you're taking photos of them. And it was that same wooden photo that allowed a certain Lewinsky to hide under there and do her thing while he was doing his thing. Yeah, that's wild. Okay, that's interesting. I just automatically assumed that you were talking about like a faux wood panel um, in the wall because they've got the recessed shelving units, the built-in shelving units. I just assumed you were talking about a faux wooden panel there to hide a camera. A modesty board. Okay. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I didn't know there was a name for it. I just assumed that most desks came that way. Well, like fancy desks, you know. I always wanted a really nice, like a big partner desk. I thought that would be cool. The amount of space that you would have to work, um, I think would be really nice. That being said, that's basically what I've got. I've got 2/3 of a partner desk here, and it's just a catch-all for my coffee and pills, hair elastics, my pot stuff. You think it was invented for ladies for their skirts? Yeah, yeah. Because when we sit down, our skirts rise, and we would be immodestly showing off our ankles, our sexy, sexy ankles. Yeah, but that does make sense that he would have had that panel added so that they couldn't see his legs in wheelchair. That makes sense. Kilts for the Scottish. Yeah, I don't think the Scots care too much if you can see their dangly bits when they're sitting down. Interesting. The desk prior to FDR didn't have the wood panel. Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, I love interesting bits of trivia like that. Little bits of info. Um, mhm. Well, let's looking into the press. How much of this much of this is there? It is a big topic. It is a big topic. Damn it. All right. I'm going to because it's my channel, I can do these things. We've already been going for an hour and 10 minutes, and I haven't read a word of the book, um, which is not cool. Um, so I will take us back up to the beginning where we were. There we go. Part 4, The Edge of the Abyss. Rather than start it and then have to stop uh, in the middle of it, I'm going to call this stream here. Please feel free. Let me be smart. I could even open it up. No, I want that one. This is the page I want. Yes. Okay. Um, because there's no point in starting to read this now. It's a too big of a topic to come in for just an hour's worth. Um, oh, and there's a new Lipstick Larry song. Ha, good. I'll open that up too. So I'm going to executive order here. Boop. Now I gotta minimize that so I can find us again. So I'm gonna call it here. We'll come back next Thursday and spend the actual full 2 hours reading the book as opposed to shooting the shit. Um, I'll be back in 4 hours. I'll be back on this channel to do this, to talk to you guys, and hang out with you guys because that's what I do on Thursdays at 4. Um, I'm going to oops, like I do most Thursdays, going to join uh at there we go. No, you didn't derail the stream, AP. I derailed it. I didn't even rail it. It never got railed, let alone derailed. So there you go. But what I normally do after my reading streams is I go over to join Johnny. I'm his co-host Mondays and Wednesday mornings. So I'll go over there and join him there now, as I would normally do. We can pick this up and actually read next Thursday, and then I'll see you guys in 3 hours and 50 minutes to chat with chat. And if you want to hang out and keep chatting, I'll be over on Just Kidding LLC, and we can keep shooting the shit over there. Yeah, railed. I know. As soon as I said it and realized what I was going to say, I thought, can I do it or can I not? And I thought, yeah, let's just go for it. It didn't even get railed. Spend his life in his wheelchair. Poor kids. Oh, that's cool. Who's Johnny? She said and smiled in her special way. Yeah, right. Anyways, so yeah, feel free to join us over there. He hasn't enabled rating on YouTube, so I can't. Even with Bill Clinton here, it didn't get railed, right? Right. Come on, Mr. President, you're gonna have to work harder next time. But yes, I will see you guys in a few hours to chat again. If you're bored, you can follow me over to Johnny's. He reads the news and we shoot the shit and talk about imaginary businesses that don't actually exist. And it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I will see you guys in a few hours and enjoy the rest of your afternoon, I guess. Okay, bye.
Topics change from day to day. Science, art, or history's play. No path too twisted, no trail too thin. She dives right in where to begin. Nothing's too obscure. She'll dig and dig a spirit so pure. From ancient lore to future dreams, every question finds its gleam.